looks bigger than me, and this feels bigger than me, and this budget is bigger than me, and this project is bigger than me, and this mandate. The problem is not the thing, is that you're looking at it on the same level. So when you are called to a thing bigger than you, what should your strategy be? Your prayerless self. You got to go up. This is one of the problems with our leaders. When the last time you saw a prayer meeting led by your pastor? We have projected the prayer responsibility to the old ladies in the church, and that's why they drop in dead. My Bible told me that every prayer meeting in the book of Acts was led by apostles. They didn't give their prayer responsibility to some little old ladies and went on in their beds and scored on and played pool with the other folk that they preached with. My Bible says that they got in there and they began to pray with them people. I know when I'm getting ready to go to a new level, I can't give my prayer responsibility to no representative. I got to get there in my t-shirt, in my jacket. I got to pray with my people. I got to stand on the floor and tell them don't mess with me until I seen breakthrough. That's one of our problems, is that we don't know how to go up. There will come a season when Mother Jones can't be your prayer warrior. Glory to God in this Methodist house. There will come a time when you can't make everybody else fast and pray. You got to be the man that shows them how to go up. Now, let me just make you even more mad. I would never follow a leader that I had not seen mess his clothes up in the presence of God. I need a man that know how to go up. I gotta be connected to a man that is a worshiper, that gets on the floor, that rolls around and cries. When a man does not know how to touch God, you are not one that booger trying to touch you. We need leaders. I don't want to go nowhere. We need leaders that can help us go up. It's easy to do fleshly stuff when a leader does not go up. And the way you go up affects our perspective. This is the reason why you stressed out that two of the phony people left. Are they going to be the end of your mandate? Are they going to be the end of your choir? Are they not replaceable? Does God not have 7,000 more? Is there not a prepared people? So when you hear a leader grieving over stuff like that, what they're telling you is, I have not lifted my level of suffering. I am focused on the things that are non-important. Every day when I'm on the phone with a leader, somebody is broken by a non-factor. Something that in the grand scheme of their purpose is not going to make a difference in about 10 or 20 years. But when you're still stressed and broken and wounded by something that is only capable of hurting you today, you miss the point about God's tomorrow. I have a policy. When anybody, I don't care who you is, except for my wife, when anybody comes to me and says, the Lord has led them elsewhere, I say, yea and amen, no questions asked. You can't even hear that, man. You thought. Bear witness with it. No, it don't got to bear witness with nothing. You did not sign a rental agreement with these people. They are God's, and there's a reason why your church got an entryway and an exit point. You're going to have sons, you're going to have students, you're going to have sojourners, you're going to have slaves, you're going to have different type of people coming through you're going to even have spies. And if you attach a permanence to people who are just roaming through your house, you're going to hurt. And these gypsies will go somewhere else and find another pastor to kill. Glory to God. I'm trying to set a pastor free today. Don't you ever cry because somebody said they feel let up. Bless them. Prophesy over them. In your life, consumer organ. Release them, people. Shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. Holding yourself back because you don't know how to release people. I don't care how long they've been with you. I don't care how long they played that tambourine. Let them go. I smell it. Cursing folk because they leave your house. Jesus. It ain't gonna work for you. What is it showing? You not lifting your level. Everybody, where you want to go? God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. I don't go home and get no cognac. I don't go home and get no blunt. I don't go home and quit. You know why? Because my Bible tells me when a tree bears much fruit. Come on, Mr. Preach. I walk up on it and I prune it. I cut it back. Not because it did nothing wrong. Not because it did nothing bad. Not because it was just, I prune it so that it can bear much fruit. You keeping that stale stuff in your pews, on your praise and worship, on your mind team. You better let God cut it back. And if he cuts it back, he'll begin to multiply you. He'll begin to stretch you. He'll begin to grow you. He'll begin to stretch you. Shout hallelujah! Hallelujah! I hear the Lord say, let my people go. These are issues of elevated sight.
Yeah.
Now there is year 1, 2, 3, 4. That's stuff hurting. You know why? Ask me why.
Why?
I mean, I knew it, like y'all know, but I didn't know. You know, when you got them 40 people, 3 people leave, it really does feel like a church split. To be honest. You're like, hey. You should have picked the ones with welfare. You didn't have to get the ones with the degrees. Jesus, Lord. But I'm here to tell you as a living witness, God will cause there to be a restoration. If you will not be afraid to let Lot go, God will send your promise. He will send your prosperity. You've got to stop wrestling with your nephews. If you're going to make room for your sons, you've got to let them go. Part of leadership psychology that they didn't tell you in the moment. First thing you got to do if you're going to do this well is lift your sight. When you get hurt, step away from the keyboard. Your carnal self. Don't you become a keyboard coward and go into a Facebook pew with somebody that's dishonored you. I'm working in here. You got to get to a place where none of that stuff means a thing to you. You're not going to go, listen, you're disqualifying yourself and forfeiting your authority. Amen.
Jesus.
Elevated sight. Amen. You're staring at stuff right now that in a few years, if you're faithful, it's going to be so strong. You're ruling over nations and changing laws. You're not going to care about who didn't direct the choir on the last time. You're not going to be like, oh, I never got healed from it. If you grow, the only people that grieve is those that don't grow. Come on. Right. Somebody say, lift your sight.
Lift your sight.
You're going to learn that what gives you your leadership edge is your ability to see. Let me give you some levels of sight. Are you learning something?
Yes.
Here is the first level of sight. God asked Jeremiah, what did you see? The first level of sight is sight. That is the ability to look at a thing and assess. Assess. When we are building organizations and companies, the church is the only institution in the world that does not measure success by growth. We will be climbing up the rough side of the mountain for 30 years and nobody will ever look and say, hey guys, what are you doing? Nobody's growing. You know, McDonald's, every other organization in the world are like, look, this is not profitable, this is not working, we need to shut our 2 of you down and we'll merge with a more effective company. We don't do that. We don't use numbers as success. You know why? Because we say so with 2 or 3, hey, Babahana is gathered in my name. You know how powerful that is? Jesus was talking about a prayer meeting. When he started the first new members class of 5,000 folks, and you talking about with 2 or 3 gathered in your name. Well, certainly, if you want to pray, all you need is 2 or 3. But if you're trying to change cities, then there's a power in numbers, and there is a might in masses. If you don't have a vision for thousands of people, take the sign down. Amen. Can I assess it? Can I look at it and say, this is where it is? And can I assess it and not be depressed by what I see? Yes. I speak this all the time. Do you count how many visitors you got? No, we just see the hand and we say, you know, God, you bless you once, bless you twice, bless you in the name of Jesus Christ. But you got to assess. Say assess.
Assess.
The strength of every great visionary is not necessarily what they see in the future. It's their ability to assess what is versus what should be. And a lot of our houses are failing because of inadequate assessment. And you can't go and ask somebody to review your house that got saved there and filled with the Holy Ghost there, because they have romantic and emotional and sentimental. This is home. So certainly I'm going to tell you things are just fine, Reverend. This is just fine. The people that don't want the truth, they're going to go. No, yes, a massa mentality is keeping you locked in your lower potential. You need to act, because an outsider is going to come in with no attachment. They're going to say, you know, it stinks. I can smell the bathrooms all the way out on the corner. I was trying to shop, but I got disturbed by my bullet juice over there in the carpet. When the last time you got this stuff shampooed, I can't get past why that black director up there with pink hair and with long nails. It becomes distracting. Why? We don't like assessment. We don't like it. You know why? The type of leader we built. Come on and preach it here. Is afraid of critique. We have had patty cake coaches, and we see critique as judgment, and we see critique as rejection. But I believe God is raising up a kind of a leader that ain't scared to be critiqued. Tell me what's going on. I think it's an abuse of love to see me walking in the direction of a Mack truck and tell me close your eyes and praise your way through. But devil is a liar, and his mama got breast hair. I'm trying to tell you, I want somebody to critique me. Tell me what I'm preaching is on.
Amen.
Tell me I can't sing. Tell me the truth. We got a don't ask, don't tell policy in the Bible. We are a pride of the truth. Say sight.
Mama got shut here.
The second level of sight is insight. Insight is number 2. Because when you see a thing and you assess where you are and what you have, not only should you assess it, you've got to be able to see what's inside of what you assess. This is where the spirit of wisdom and revelation takes note, because every leader really needs insight. You've got to be able to see a void. Glory to God. Now this is where my heart breaks with this, because I believe the Holy Ghost, I want you to hear me prophetically. God is grieved with the fact that we are no longer houses of deliverance. He is upset with us that we stop casting out devils. He is mad with the church that the oil of deliverance is no longer on our house. He is upset that there used to be a time where folk would come in drunk and leave out sober. He is upset that there used to be a day when devils would scream out in the middle of preaching, leave us alone. And for now, but I'm going to tell you what we replaced it with. We really did replace the deliverance with praise. Now I'm not bashing praise, I'm a praiser. But I'm going to tell you why praise breaks governs the black church. It's because the Bible says that praise has a therapeutic component. And it talks about the garment of heaviness for the spirit of praise. So there is a dimension of praise that helps you feel better. But what happens when God is sick and tired of you using your dance and you using your old defeated victory lap and you look like you got Tourette's? Because every Sunday you dancing over what you won't make a decision about. You dancing over demons that you learned to like. You dancing talking about you crying a war cry and you in a soul tie. You can't have no war cry living with you. Come on and help me in here. I believe God wants to stop us from praising like a bunch of special derelict people and make some healthy choices, make some decisions, change some numbers, leave some cities. Praise is like therapy. We don't like counseling because you know what goes on in my house, changing my counseling. So I can think I'll shout about it. No. Praise! And all you done was dance. Praise! All you done was run up here and finding you a partner that you probably slept with. But I believe God is about to bring the fire of deliverance back to the church of Chicago, where he's going to put the words come out in the mouth of a leader. And we won't be talking about family and friends there. We won't be talking about a bitch crying a cat down. We won't be talking about the casting out of demon. Shout hallelujah! Now the point I was making. I love deliverance. I love casting the devil out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes is my testimony. I teach her stuff like this. You could be looking and Googling and trying to hire what's in your house.
Yeah.
Come on.
Your assistant pastor, your youth pastor, your whatever. You could be looking and Googling and trying to shop at another man's church for what's in your house. And those potentials may be buried under addiction, buried under bondage, buried under rebellion. Can you see what's in a person past their issue? You see, if we won't touch, that's what makes you a leader. You can touch a person with their issue and not act like you're going to get the cooties. Tell them power folk that got issues. I love gay people. I love drunks. I love porn addicts. I love all of them. I love all of them. You know why? Because I got power over the devil. So I'm going to keep people with issues around me. Because I know one day, it may be 2 years or 20, when I'm done with you, there's a treasure that's in this earthen vessel. And I'm going to make an apostle out of you. I'm going to make a prophet out of you. I'm going to make a musician out of you. You ain't got to be clean now. You got to clean them fish and then gut them out. No, we don't do the classified ads. No. That's how Jeffrey Dahmer got his job. We raise them up. We look at people and see potential. So insight is that ability of sight that allows for you to see the potential of a thing, the potential of a leader, the potential of a person. If you look at a person who barely got a job, barely know how to do whatever, and see business in it. Look at a guy that's selling marijuana and see those criminal behaviors polished. And see the businessman in there. This is a lot of work. But this is why it requires insight. There are going to be, and I'm prophesying to you, if God has called you to do what you're going to do, God is going to send you around hundreds of people that don't look like what they're going to look like. But I'm telling you now, if it's teenagers, you better work with them. If it's crack addicts, you better work with them. If they mocking you, but you got all the young people in there, those young people are not going to be young people for the rest of their life. One day they're going to be rich. One day they're going to have back. There was a season in my church where every boy that wanted to play basketball, every Sunday, they was the only ones I was laying hands on. I'm like, come here, boy, I can't play a liquor ball, but I'm going to send you out to them. And when you get this contract, you better pay your tithe. We have been so unwise. We have not been good stewards over the talent and the grace that God has sent in our midst. And there may be your next person sitting on your pews, but because you so bound and you so distracted by their bondage and you can't see past what's going on with them today into where God has taken them, you lack the ability to groom them for great glory. I don't blame you because it was done to you.
Amen.
But insight is that the faculty that God gives leaders to groom the ungroomable. To look at a person in their current condition and give them opportunity to be made into what they're going to do. Now after insight, number 3 is going to be foresight. One of the greatest tactics of hell. Let's go to number 1, sight. Number 2, insight. Number 3, foresight. That is the ability to see beforehand. Now what that means is that if you are a real leader, God has called you to leadership, Satan's favorite tactic against you is going to be something called sabotage. Surprise attack. Camouflage. He gonna blend in so you can't see him. And all of the most premier attacks never happen from the back row. They get on your board. They get on the signers of your bank account. Satan knows you're not going to really be upset or distracted by somebody you don't really walk with. So the most potent attacks are going to come from your circle.
My God.
They have to. If they're going to be effective, they've got to come from people closest to you.
Amen.
Because that's where it hurts. It's not a real attack. If you might not sorry about that. Yeah. But when it gets in somebody who told you, I'm with you, Pastor. I'm going all the way. I'm giving my view. Whatever you say, I'm a real son. I ain't going nowhere. You ain't got to worry about me. You got to watch it. Pastor's like, get me the heck up out of here right now. But you could be grooming your next monster.
Wow.
If you're addicted to flattery and you can't see what's lurking and murking behind all of those empty words and promises. Say loud. Foresight is the ability to see what's coming in a new season. For example, if you're screaming and crying over a new building, let me ask you a question. How well have you taken care of your real estate?
Come on now.
And God is a businessman. So he's very much so into stewardship. You ain't going nowhere if you can't vacuum the little room you got. It won't be there. So you tell the intercessors, you take care of all their clothes, stop travailing and crying out, turn it off. Because you wasted your time. If you have been a poor steward, I'm learning God is so connected. Listen, and if it hurts your feelings, God does not move by feelings. He is connected to his principle. And there are things that we are naming and claiming by faith that frankly our stewardship is not strong enough to handle. You lose your salvation at tax time. You can't handle $1 million. Stop asking for it. You lose your consistency. I don't care. You just turn into a different person. You got a new attitude. We have your something. But people get real holy in the wintertime. They get real holy when ain't nothing to do. It's cold outside. Then they somber. They meek and lowly. They go into a new level for the January 31 watch night praise meeting. But what happens in the summer? You got cellulite hanging all over the place, taco meat flashing all over, trying to get you a little attention. But I want to know, have you been stewarding? Have you been stewarding? Do you want something that your stewardship will cave under?
Jesus.
My God.
Insight or foresight will help you to prepare for the coming season. What that looks like is this. If God tells you I'm going to give you facilities beyond what you know, then what you need to start doing is building systems in your current operation to prepare for where you're going. Structures in your current operation to prepare for where God is taking you. You can't just claim it. Have y'all noticed that something ain't worked yet? Y'all been claiming stuff for years and it ain't happening. Who in here got $8 million in the bank right now? You see what I'm saying? Just claiming by faith. The God is like, shut up. You can't even put a budget on your loan account. You got bread over here. You don't even have a life insurance policy. And you preaching these people to go to heaven with Mahalia. If you go to heaven today, we're going to have to get a GoFundMe to pay for your obligation to die. You are irresponsible. Come on and help me work in here. I believe God is telling you, get your affairs in order. If you die on me, I'm going to send you to the Museum of Science and Industry, but I work hard for my money. And I'm not going to use my hard-working money to bury you. I'm going to put you down and send your bills with you. Hallelujah! Come on and help me run dysfunction out of here. You talk about a vision and even got a vision for your death. How old are you? God has really laid it on my heart to start a ministry. Okay, let's look at your credit report. Is it 2? I told my sons today, don't you ever let me find out you arguing with somebody who can't get nothing in his name but a Facebook account. How dare you get into an argument? Y'all are not on the same level. Don't you reduce yourself to somebody who's in a child support ward?
Jesus.
Shout hallelujah! Focus yourself. Your future requires your undivided attention. Focus yourself. You don't sit down and wrestle with peasants when you've been called by God to solve. Focus yourself. When you're dealing with this issue of foresight, what do you see coming? What's coming? And if you can articulate clearly what's coming, and it starts to sound generic like the people around the corner, then you really have an absence of vision. So I know when God has really called leaders to do what they're doing by how distinct it sounds from what exists. If what you're telling me sounds just like ABC Christian Center, I know you ain't heard God. You heard ambition. You heard desire. And it may be good, but God's not going to give both of y'all the same mandate. If the two of you are identical, it means one of you are not necessary.
Come on. Come on.
Let me give you an example. How many of y'all like chicken? Come on, okay, I like chicken. Let's say we're on a block. There's 20 chicken shacks. Which one you going to choose?
That's right.
You want the cheapest? You want it the cleanest? You want it to taste the best? Or you want it the best for you? I mean, it's a lot to think about, right? You pay up on the days, you wait on your next paycheck, tell you what y'all to do, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on. You're trying to make the decision. But I'm going to tell you the one that's going to get the most customers. The one that's most different. You see, your money is in your difference. Your prosperity is in your difference. Your distinction is what allows you to be great. If you are wasting your time trying to be like what is, you are forfeiting your ability to really be great. So you find your distinction and you swell it. You master it. You build off of it, the thing that makes you unique. But you don't fight your uniqueness. You ready for this? You ready for this? To be accepted by a season that is coming on. Some of you won't walk in your uniqueness because it'll get you rejected by Saul. It'll make a prior system reject you and tell you you're going off and you're going crazy. But where is the man that's not afraid to take a risk for their future? I got foresight. I see something bigger in me, around me. There's got to be more than church than sing and shout in this. Non-healing himself. Don't show me a time when Jesus had a sick list. Y'all think I'm a jerk? If Jesus came to half of y'all churches, y'all be upset. He'd go right to that sign lady and knock her out her face. As I didn't tell you to sign to them, I told you to heal the sick. I told you to raise the dead. I didn't tell you to pray for them. Pull these names off this list and go and heal these folks. What happened to y'all? Y'all start making provisions for stuff y'all were too weak to solve. Jesus turned tables over for folks taking offerings. You think he was laughing at the little lady over there with the death crowd? Things that make you go home. Now the fourth one is perspective. I got a story and I'm leaving you alone. Now most of you don't realize that God has been trying to deal with your perspective, which is probably why you have so many problems. You will have problems, and they will be the same problems until your perspectives change. So you want me to prophesy cornbread and zodiac signs and dates. It's so sweet. The word of the Lord to you, you're going to have the same problem. And the same person. Because I was like, God, please let this lady get away from me. Just send her somewhere else in the name of Jesus. I just decree by faith, get her out and send her a living word or somewhere else to go to the Baptist. Just get away from me. But you know what I like? God sends troublemakers to sharpen you. Yes. You don't have a troublemaker in your circle, you're dull. You don't have the ability to be better than the adversary. You know, when Jesus found out Judas was a snake, he didn't fire him. He kept him close. Praise him. Hallelujah!
Hallelujah.
He didn't get rid of him. He trained him. Kept him well. Why? I'm going to need your skill set until you manifest.
Come on. Yes.
People have the same problem until God sees something change in your perspective. If your problem is, I'm not growing. How will you believe that? And listen, you know you're not a mature leader until you see an opportunity in every difficulty. When a difficulty is only a difficulty to you, you're not a leader, you're a support leader. And you need to be a number 2 and not a senior pastor. But if you want to be a senior pastor, you've got to discern the opportunity in the difficulty. Is there an opening in this problem? Can I make this problem work to the advantage of what God called me to be? Because leaders and visionaries are just that. You've got to create and imagine what should be in a hardship. So in Jeremiah 1, when God asked Jeremiah, what do you see? God responded, you have seen correctly. Tell somebody, see correctly.
See correctly.
Now, if I had the time, I would go into the different factors that makes us see incorrectly. Some of them are associations and crowds. Some of them is inadequate credentials and education. Some of it is bad influences. Some of it is soul stuff. You know, if you had a bad father and a bad mother, then you're going to take those leadership woundings and authority issues into your model of ministry. There's a lot of factors that go into why we see things the way we do, you know. But God gave Jeremiah the greatest compliment. After telling him, I'm going to point you here, I'm going to point you there, he told him, you have seen correctly. Yeah. You have seen this the right way. Now, here's where you can shout, because I've gotten on your nerves. God's promise, after he told Jeremiah, you have seen rightly, was I'm about to hasten my word to perform. You will notice that when your perspectives change, when you put that thing in focus, things start to speed up. If things are going slow around you, it's because God ain't got you to see it right. If things are not moving, it's because God ain't got you to see it right. If doors are not opening, it's because you still don't see it right. But I dare you tonight to see that thing right. See it the right way. And if you will have the unmitigated gall to look at that troublemaker, look at that Judas, look at that denial, look at that bondage, and see it the right way, I'm going to tell you, God's going to put his foot on the accelerator. He's going to take that light from red. He's going to turn that river green. Because the only thing God is waiting on is for your perspectives to change. I feel like this is too heavy for some of you. I was let off my job. See it right. See it right. I was shoving for the half. I'm like, well, what am I trying to minister to? Leadership disappointment. Because you think God's not moving and things are not working and things are not coming together when the real issue is you ain't saw it right yet. If you can pass the test of perspective, progress will come immediately. But where progress is impeded, perspective is missing. Wow. Oh, you have $5,000 in the bank. See it right. What can you? Are you the type of leader that can do more with less? Jesus took 5,000 people out on a fish meal from JJ. You hear what I say? A fish meal from JJ. Yeah. And one that had 30 on it. But what in your life is God dealing with you to see right? Is it the job you don't like? Is it the amount of people you have? Is it the fact that you just like? What is it? What are your resources that you're not looking at? And I'm telling you, God is challenging you for perspective. Yes. I've been in a season of rest, but God told me some things that shocked me about my heart before I went on in, and he said, okay, if you obey me in this, you get miracles every day. So every day, I've been getting texts of just crazy stuff. I had a lady all the way up in another part of the world that I preached for, a little old lady, and she let me real good when I went to preach for. I mean, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 zeros. Yeah. But for 2 days, I was like, hey. I should shouted. I said, you've been good to me. She called me a couple of days ago. She said, hey, we wrote you a check. I said, hey, man, I'm so grateful. She said, but do you want any more? I lied. I said, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.